Hello everybody, this is Neil Ferree here with Social Media Marketing Plus. Plus stands for Tools, Tips, and Techniques in Social Media. Okay, so you can tag and title this video, how leaving a power backlink comment can get you on page 1 of Google in under 30 minutes. I should actually say how the right power backlink comment gets you on page 1 of Google in under 30 minutes. Now I realize that sounds like a really bold statement, and that's the purpose of this here video, because I'm fixing on showing you not only that it can be done, but I just did it. So let's get into it here. Everything started with a little itty bitty post on my Facebook page. And you see here's the post by Mashable. Those boys at Mashable, they're as good as they get. And what got my attention was their predictions for Facebook for 2010. Now that in itself, that's a headline that gets a lot of people's attention. You know, we love lists, we love predictions, best dress, worst dress, top 10 this, bottom 10 that, etc. and so forth. But because I've been a Facebook fan and a Twitter fan and a social media marketing fan, that got my attention. One of the key takeaways here is when you get on Facebook, I'm sure you're already there, just make sure that you add Mashable to your feeds, because those guys, like I say, they're as good as it gets. And if you've been reading my blog or paying attention to any of my videos over time, you'll see I'm a big fan of the Bitly plugin for Firefox. I'd go ahead and trash IE, get yourself Firefox, and make sure you get the Bitly plugin. Because as you can see, anytime you hover over a Bitly link, you get that number of clicks. And that's some action right there. It's 5,563 clicks on this one little post on Facebook alone. That's pretty good. As compared to, what's this one? 1,300. There's some more Mashable down there. Nope. Let's go up here. Is there some? What's this one? 1,800. So you can see that one right there, that's got some activity. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make here is that in less than an hour, actually in less than a half hour, I got link juice on page 1 of Google for keywords that are attractive to me and the niche that I'm feeding. Now let me show you what I'm talking about here. Here's a post that I put on here. That's no big deal. But this led me to the site, their predictions for 2010 for Facebook. And just do some cursory factoid checking here. We know that Facebook has 350 million users. We know that they bought Facebook Connect, Friend Connect, that has 60 million users and 80,000 websites. Well, that's at the 30,000 foot view, but let me scroll on down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. Yes, it is. That's what got my attention, virtual currency, because I happen to be working on another project that is quite germane to that little niche there, virtual currency. And what they say here, you see, they learned back in March that Facebook is mulling over deploying a virtual currency platform. In other words, they're going head-to-head against PayPal, which is very cool. But here's where it comes in, and here's what you want to do, and just mirror and model this. Let me scroll on down here. You'll see 27 minutes ago, I made this entry, this post, this comment on this blog article. And you see where I say personal biometric component to provide irrevocable end-to-end security to eradicate any chance of hackers from getting in and penetrating the transaction. Okay? And then, now let me show you that I'm not blowing smoke or pulling your chain. Now, I started at Facebook, clicked through to the site, scrolled on down to virtual currency by reading the article, of course, made this little entry. And now looky here. If I go on to Google and I just out of curiosity, I checked it, and Look what I found. Virtual currency biometric. That's in the number 2 position. And there is my text, my post right there. Personal biometric component to provide irrevocable end-to-end security and eradicate blah, 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 blah. Which is just way cool. Now, that in of itself is no big deal. But here's the thing, gang. Looky here. I have this little widget thing from Alexa that shows my traffic rank at any given time. I shouldn't have refreshed this because an hour ago that was 241 and change. Now it's 231 and change. So that's 10,000 page bump in an hour. Less than an hour, actually. And of course, when I started, I was like 4.8 million. Now I realize 231 is nothing to write home about, and my goal for 2010 is break the 100,000 page rank barrier, and I know I'll do that. But if you see here, just one little post on an authority site, which Mashable definitely is, and in a very short period of time, like less than an hour, I got 10,000 whacked off my Alexa, or my traffic score with Alexa. That ain't too shabby. And you can do the same thing. So let me sneak on back here because there's a couple of points I want to show you. You definitely want to get yourself set up with Discus. And get your profile and get your all those, just fill out their stuff. It's free, no big deal at all. I mean, you can go ahead and authenticate with Twitter, and then you're going to get like one of these kind of deals here. Use their API, and then you can sign in. I'm just not all that comfortable with sharing my information. Here's biometric ID. That's kind of a different Twitter account that I use. But you can do that. But I would definitely recommend, let me get rid of this here, pull that puppy down. I would definitely recommend that you get the Discus profile set up. I don't know if it has any bearing on whether I get to put in my anchor text or not, but there's another opportunity for me to share with you a little tip here. You see this link here, see how that stands out? That's a strong anchor text post, little piece of code, versus what this cowboy did on down here. See, he's getting the link juice, but he's getting no keyword juice whatsoever. And it only takes a couple of seconds to write the code. As a matter of fact, let me just pop on over here. That's what that looks like right there. There is my strong anchor text with the link, although that says that's social media. Here's the one that I use right there for this comment here. See, social media. If I was thinking, I would have put virtual currency. But you can bet your bippy what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on back to my site, and I'm going to post another article. I'm going to act as a reporter, and I'm going to report on the Mashable article and the Facebook piece and highlight this, and then link it on back to my YouTube video, and then I'll go do a quick squid lens and a quick hub page, and then my link wheel's in action. Throw up a quick e-zine article, and boom. That's how that force works. And I'll show you what I mean. Check this little ditty here. Here's YouTube. Signed into my account. And a week ago, I did Google PageRank is directly related to quality of your backlinks, which sits on page 1 right under Matt Cutts over at Google. He's the voice of Google SEO. And that ain't so bad either. So the point that I want to make here is when you have the link pointing back to your website, pointing to the article itself, and the squid lens, and the hub page, and the authority site itself, then lo and behold, in a very short period of time, and I'm talking 27 minutes, Google page 1, position 2. Pretty good stuff, eh? Okay, so let me do a quick summary here. Number 1, on your Facebook, make sure you get Mashable in your feeds. Number 2, get yourself Firefox, get the bit.ly plugin so you can find the link where the activity is, and then go on over to the site, post in your comment, make sure you use full anchor text codes, and go ahead and take the time to get yourself set up with a Discus account. Zip on up here. Looks like I went too far there. Discus. And then you'll get that extra creds right there with your link, because I'm verified and I can click right through to my blog. Okay, so that does about that on this little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you had a great year. Hope your New Year's is safe and happy. Don't drink and drive. And I'll talk to you next year. I love saying that. Anyway, talk to you later. Peace.